So in our last Generac video, we went through the quote we received from Generac, and in that video I mentioned that we did not go with the $15,000 option for a home standby generator system. That can be a very good option, but what we did instead was order one of these 50 amp RV plugs and cords off of Amazon. So on the Amazon page and in the description, you can see the size of your cable and also your inlet box gauge size. You can also see in your pictures your plug types, the generator plug size, that 50 amp plug, and then the NEMA standard plugs. And then also you can see that you can get different sizes in terms of the cable lengths, depending on what you need. The price is different for different lengths, obviously. We ordered a 15-foot cable and it shows here is $90, so not too bad. So just in terms of a little bit of an unboxing of what you get when you get it in from Amazon, thought I'd show that, just the different elements that come from Amazon in here. They've got it wrapped up nice and neat. They've got this little bag that comes with it. I assume that's for putting your cable, putting the cable in that for storing in your camper. You can see here the different ends that we mentioned before, the two different plug ends for the cable. And then here you can see the actual box, the plug box that you'll have mounted on your wall to make that connection. And yep, good as gold. It connects up to the box with a cable, so that's a good thing. You can take this front plate cover off the inlet box to be able to access the internals, to be able to make your wiring connection and also do your mounting to your wall inside your home. I'll show you that here as soon as I get it open. So you can see on your left, you can slide your stripped cable wires into the appropriate points and then tighten them down on the left. And on the right side, you can see the holes for mounting and then also your rubber grommets for being able to run your cable in from either the back, the bottom, or either of the two sides. So here I thought I would show you the installation instructions that come with the package you get from Amazon. So you can pause here and read through that if you'd like to. So the last piece that comes in your package is this little strap to throw over your cable and keep it bound up whenever you're not using it, rolled up and bound up there, and has this nice little handle on it to carry it. I suppose you could use this or the bag that they sent it with. So here's our installation. You can see the inlet box there mounted below our breaker panel. I've got a 50 amp breaker there in the panel that feeds this inlet plug. That'd be your typical configuration to be able to feed from your panel out to a RV. Here we're actually going to use it to backfeed, use a generator to back feed through this plug. So I'm going through the process here. If the power is out, we will turn our main breaker off and then turn every breaker in that panel off. You can buy interlocks such that your backfeed breaker and your main other can't be on at the same time, and it kind of helps you out, keeps you safe. Make sure you don't backfeed onto the power system. The other thing is some municipalities and co-ops have rules and regulations about how you can backfeed using one of these home generators, so you'll have to check for yourself what's allowable in your area. So you can see here I've just got a TSC special portable generator that I'm using to hook up and run from my back porch through one of the cable and that inlet plug that we ordered off Amazon, and it's going to backfeed our panel, and we'll be able to pick up things like lights, plugs, refrigerators, and deep freezes and things of that nature. I actually can run some heat through it too. Can't run heat strips, but I can run some heating applications at our house too. So can't run everything, but I can run some things. Shows here you've got power at the plug there. I'm turning the plug on that backfeeds the panel, and then there's the breaker for the lights in the garage, so showing it picks it back up, and then from there you can just pick out whatever plug that or whatever breaker you want to turn on and feed in the house. So once you get done, you turn that breaker off, go outside, turn the generator off, unplug the cable, make sure our sources are isolated, and then unplug it from the inlet plug that we've got there. Once you get disconnected, you're simply going to go through reverse the process as far as turning everything back on. So this would be obviously after the power company has restored power back out to your house. You're not really going to know that because you've got your main turned off, but once you do have that, you can swap back over. So this is something of a manual process as opposed to the standby generator that does it all for you. So if you don't need to have that seamless transition and don't mind going out and doing some hands-on work as far as getting it restored, power restored, then this is a much cheaper way to go through and be able to give you some emergency backup power without the extreme cost. So cons to this system, you've got a manual process. You probably can't run everything that you'd like to be able to run all at once. You've also got the safety aspects for yourself and then along with the power company crews. So for instance, you may be required to install the interlocks that I mentioned earlier or pull your meter in an emergency situation to run this. And then your overall pro being primarily the lower cost, low total cost, and then lower continuing cost.